Good morning, welcome to a new vlog. This morning you find me just outside the village of Hollinsclough in the Peak District, and I'm at the foot of two big hills, one up there and that one up there. It's first light, actually just about hit blue hour I think, and I need to try and capture a sunrise. Let's see how that works out. Well, it's quite cold. Not super cold, but there's still a chill in the air. We're into spring now in the UK, and that means every day is pretty mixed, which I'm okay with. Again, my biggest bugbear is flat grey skies, flat grey days, drizzle, that kind of thing. So mixing up the weather's fine with me. Whether we're going to get the sunrise or not, I don't know. I've got to be honest, it looks promising at the moment. We have a bit of colour away in the horizon. We're still an hour away. We've got a bit of colour there. This, by the way, I'm on the Pocket 3 low light setting, so it's enhancing everything around me. It doesn't actually look like I'm seen on the camera. It's a bit darker, and the colours at the back are a bit more pronounced actually. It's very quiet, other than I think crows cawing, if that's what they are. And I'm going, you've seen me go here before with Craig Yates Photography before. Well, getting along the path there and then up to those trees. I don't know if you can see a much on here, there you go. Up to those trees to get a shot of Parkhouse. Hopefully if the sun comes up, if I'm not too late and too slow getting my tubby ass up there. Not much in the way of woodland here. This is a site for big views. Climbing, you've got to, if you want to get these big views, you're going to have to go up some pretty sketchy hillside to get to them. Often lots of mud or loose sort of scrabbling rocks underneath your foot, a lot of shale cracking away. So it can be a bit challenging. I would say not for the faint-hearted. It's a short duration of discomfort, compared with other places like going up Kinder, for example. But well worth it once you've sort of done it. I've been up the top of there a couple of times. It's really magnificent, great views, great for the eyes, for the photography. I've never really felt that. I've never really got to the top, say, of Parkhouse and thought, oh, photographically this is amazing. More so just enjoyed the ascent, well not enjoyed, tolerated the ascent and then enjoyed the view from the top. But looking back on the hills from either side can produce some really nice shots. I do feel they're very weather dependent. I mean, all photography is in a sense, but you just know you're going to get a better shot if you've got a bit of mist or if you've got a great sky. It doesn't even have to be a sunrise. It can just be fluffy white clouds on a summer's day, not too bright. Then yeah, that's okay. So this is a nice little site. I park in Hollinsclough. Craig, he comes the other way. Which way does he come? I don't know. He comes another way, that's where he does. And I don't know what the village is called he parks at, but it's lovely. I'd never been that way before. Look up the if you want to see that, the icons of the Peak District. We're going to do some more this year, but icons of the Peak District, Chrome Hill, Parkhouse Hill, that's where you'll see the route that Craig takes, which is pretty good. But this is mine. I come up this way. I'm going to walk up the, well, I say walk, I'm going to go up the hill. Where are we? Behind me. It doesn't look very impressive on it. That's monstrous, that is, to me. And it just looks like nothing on this video. Trust me, this is monstrous, right? It's real hard work. Not doing it justice at all, but I'm looking directly at Parkhouse, and I love it. It looks so cool, and it's amazing to think that all this was at the bottom of the ocean. If I'm not mistaken, and I'm absolutely positive the geologists and archaeologists will jump all over me, but this used to be a coral reef, I believe. I could be wrong, but at the top I've seen a couple of little fossils up there. Just absolutely amazing. Yeah, imagine it, coral reef. It's quite staggering, you know, it's actually later than I thought. I made an effort to get out earlier this morning. I had all my gear ready. I had to get some gas for the car, but I am going to be limited to how far I can go up the hill and get ready to capture the sunrise, especially if I want to catch this early light. If you've seen my videos before, you know I like silhouetted stuff with the lights behind it. I think they look nice, trees, hills, buildings, whatever. But it's 6:10 already, and the sun's going to be up in be up in 40 minutes. And really, I've only got 10 minutes to get set up to capture the changing light, because you never know, you might see a cracking shot. That's how it happens, and I'll miss out. So I'm gonna have to, I'll put this away and get a wiggle on. Okay, I think this will do. Yeah, let's get set up. We're now filming in the standard Pocket 3 settings, not low light, so as you can tell the lights come up quite considerably. It looks absolutely beautiful where I've set up. Look at that. So yeah, God, I'm getting warm as well. So I'm gonna get all my gear together. Just make sure I'm not missing anything behind me. Sometimes the clouds at the back burn, but we've got colour in the sky. Okay, I don't know if this is showing it well enough, but span stretching across there, look really nice. In fact, now is a great time. There's a bit of frost. I'd say it's cold, so there's a bit of frost on the ground, and it's giving it that little bit of shading on the otherwise dull green grass. That's quite nice too. It's a bit like someone sort of dry brushed a highlight to it. So yeah, let's catch that while I can. Okay, this is pretty much what the camera is seeing now. I'm using the Pocket 3 to show you this. So of course, there's really your focus. I've got some foreground here. I'm not sure that this is going to work. It might be too much. And then of course we've got the sun's going to come up somewhere there. Now I'm hoping that as it comes up, it's going to break and produce a nice spark, if you will, that's going to cast down this way. That's the plan. One thing I would suggest is never make sunrise or sunset the whole point of your day, or your morning or your evening. Just try and make it that you're going somewhere where if there's a good sunrise, wonderful, / sunset. But it really makes no difference to your shoot, because you're going to have a great time anyway, else you'll be incredibly disappointed. You just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen. And it's quite exciting for about 10 minutes. And then it either gets super disappointing or you get those shots, you know. So, I mean, do what you want to do, but I'd strongly recommend building into your day other things to do. So right now, I still don't know which way this is going to go, and I've not loved walking up the hill, but I've loved coming here. And the view with this frosted landscape has been beautiful to see. Been a while since I've been here. It's still, we're right in the tail end of winter, sort of into spring, so there's no leaves on the trees really, not yet, but a little bit of mist coming up. There's no fog, but you know, in the distance you get that vapor, and that can be quite nice. Huge jumbo jet just flying over, probably going to Manchester right now. There's loads of chemtrails in the sky today. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. A lattice of toxins, according to the conspiracy guys. Anyway, so I'm just rambling here now. I've got my camera set up. I'm pointing in the direction that I want to point. I've eyeballed a few locations which are only within sort of 10 meters either side, that are, if the light comes in a certain way, you know, because it may illuminate there and it may illuminate there, then I'll quickly potter along to them and try and get those shots. But really it's just the one I'm after, which is the sun breaking over the hill and the light catching the side of Parkhouse. That's the plan. Okay, fellow filmmakers and vloggers, I'm going to show you something in a second that I hope is going to work. You'll see, well, I'll show you with I'll put my iPhone on this so you can see what I'm up against with regards to filming. So I've just put an ND filter on the Canon to capture this, so it's doing its job. It's cutting that light, that glare down, allowing me to exposed longer so I can soften stuff up a little bit. But let me just show you what's happening on the Pocket 3. Okay, you can probably see it looks completely washed out there. Lovely and rich on here, although a bit dark. And that's because it's getting much brighter there and this is struggling. So I bought some, I actually paid for these, can you believe it? I bought some KNF filters for this, so let's see how these pan out. Okay, look at that already. Look at the difference. Nothing blown out. It looks a bit purplish on here, but it's not. It's tiny, it's not quite as bright as this. Wonderful. Now you might be able to see there's a chemtrail there, and that is awkward. It doesn't look good. So I think what I'm going to do is use that. I mean, I could Photoshop it out, but that's not what we're about today. We're not at home to Adobe anymore. Well, I don't use that. I use Affinity. But anyway, I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is use that as my border. So I'm going to zoom in on the Canon and get just under that. I'm really precariously balanced on the edge of this hill. It's a good roll down rocky surface to get to the bottom. But what I'm trying to do, I like, does the shale, I don't know if it's not shale, the limestone wall or walkway is right in front of the camera. I've decided to keep that. But I've got lots of shots of this place. So today I can experiment, okay? So they may not be great shots, but at least I've tried. But I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this wall in. I keep saying wall. I'm going to keep this edge in, and I hope it kind of blends in because there's the limestone running up the front of Parkhouse as well. So yeah, so just let you know, I'm keeping that in. I'm probably going to do a bit of bracketing. It's getting very intense, that light is, even with the ND filters on. So I'm going to have to switch up and down on the exposure just to try and keep some detail, else it will just look silly. Let's face it, it may still look silly, I don't know, but that's what I'm going to do. Taking a few iPhone shots as well. It's a little bit oversaturated with the iPhone, but they do have the raw facility, so you can edit them a little bit if you want to cut out that artificial colouring that it gives you. But I've got to admit, like, I've just taken a couple. I think they look all right. Okay, here we go. Look at the bloom now, intense it is, and trust me, it's no less intense on the camera, but it is, that light starting to come down. Oh gosh, trying to come down the side of here. So that's one of the options I was hoping for. Okay, time to wrap up. It's been a lovely morning. I've got more to do. I am heading further into the peak. I stick by my advice. Don't make sunrise/sunset the sole purpose of your trip. But what I'm going to do now is just a bit of gear testing and some just experimental stuff that won't be great content. So I'll just sit there mumbling to myself all the way through it. But it's been a lovely morning, which has been great after a pretty trying week really. Business not great, love life not great, and it's been super refreshing to come out here finally and just, you know, as they say, touch the grass. I'm just walking over a grill. Right, okay, so thanks for coming along. Like, share, subscribe, all that kind of nonsense if you don't already, and all being well, see you for another one. Trying to hook up with Craig Yates to do something. Our schedules are clashing a little bit, and then there's the fact that I'm quite lazy, and hopefully I want to do some coastal stuff. It's just really on my mind at the moment to get out to the coast and do more seascapes. So hopefully you'll enjoy that and come along with me. But until then, bye.
5 minutes later.
On my way home, I've just seen some balloon wankers. Can't see them, but they're over there. I'm going to get the beast out, see if I can get some shots.